You've seen it 1,000 times, right? The cable news showdown. Two political opponents in a sterile studio, yelling talking points at each other until the commercial break. It's loud, it's messy, and honestly, nothing ever really changes. But what if I told you about a time when someone walked into that arena, refused to play the game, and with the precision of a surgeon, completely dismantled their opponent without ever raising her voice? This is the story of Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett versus the queen of the conservative soundbite, Pam Bondi. And trust me, this wasn't a shouting match. It was a scalpel. The scene is Fox News. The topic is criminal justice reform. On one side, you have Pam Bondi, the former Attorney General of Florida. She's polished, confident, and a master of the tough-on-crime narrative. She delivers a flawless, 3-minute monologue, hitting all the classic notes, accusing her opponent of being a soft, out-of-touch academic whose policies would unleash chaos on the streets. She wraps it all up with a personal jab, looking down the barrel of the camera and saying, Congresswoman Crockett clearly doesn't understand how prosecutors protect communities. That might work in her district, but most Americans know better. The host turns to Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, a Harvard-educated trial lawyer from Texas, expecting her to get defensive, to fight back with equally loud talking points. Instead, there's the pause, a moment of complete, unshakable calm. Crockett looks directly at Bondi, and her voice is clear and measured. Miss Bondi, she begins, before I was elected to Congress, I tried over 100 criminal cases as both a public defender and a civil rights attorney. Okay, a solid defense of her credentials. But what comes next is what turns this from a debate into a legend. During that time, Crockett continues, her voice never wavering, I never once had to surrender my law license for ethical violations or be publicly reprimanded by the state bar, unlike yourself. Silence. The air goes out of the entire studio. You can practically hear the producers in the control room dropping their headsets. The audience gasps. Bondi's confident mask cracks, her face frozen in pure shock. This wasn't a random insult. This was a fact. A meticulously researched, strategically deployed, tactical nuke of a fact. Crockett had come prepared not just to defend her bill, but to defend her own credibility by questioning her opponents. And here's the masterstroke. She wasn't done. Before Bondi could even recover, Crockett pivots right back to the substance. She doesn't linger on the attack. She uses it to establish authority, and then immediately gets back to work. She calmly says, now, regarding the Justice Reform Act, and for the next few minutes, she methodically dismantles every single one of Bondi's talking points. She cites research from conservative think tanks. She holds up a list of endorsements for her bill from Fraternal Order of Police and a former Republican Attorney General. She had brought a lawsuit's worth of evidence to a talking head segment. The host, realizing the segment has been completely derailed from its predictable path, tries to throw Bondi a lifeline. Miss Bondi, would you like to respond to the points about your professional record? Bondi, flustered, tries to wave it away. We're here to discuss legislation, not personal attacks. But Crockett, with the precision of a prosecutor in closing arguments, cuts her off at the knees. With all due respect, Miss Bondi, you began this segment by questioning my understanding of the law. When someone makes their experience the basis for their authority, the accuracy of that experience becomes directly relevant. Checkmate. By the end of the segment, the power dynamic had been completely inverted. Bondi, who walked in as the aggressor, was left stammering through generic talking points. Crockett, the woman she tried to paint as a naive academic, had proven she was the most prepared person in the room, and possibly the entire building. Her final statement was the nail in the coffin. I've spent my career in courtrooms, Miss Bondi, not just talking about them on television. The American people deserve better than that, both in their commentators and their justice system. The aftermath was immediate and explosive. The clip went viral. The hashtag Crockett cross-examination was trending for days. Law schools requested the clip to use in their trial advocacy classes. Even conservative commentators had to begrudgingly admit it was a masterclass in debate. And Crockett's bill? It gained a surge of bipartisan support, with several Republicans signing on as co-sponsors, citing her clear evidence-based offense on national television. This story isn't just about one epic takedown. It's a lesson. In an age of outrage and performance, Jasmine Crockett proved that the most powerful weapon isn't volume. It's preparation. It's substance. It's the quiet, undeniable weight of the truth. She didn't just win an argument. She changed the rules of the game, reminding everyone that if you come for a trial lawyer, you better have your facts straight, because she will definitely have hers.